If you want to see one of the funniest, most touching and heartwarming movies of the year, go see Toni Erdmann.
Papa, ich rede mit dir.
Wenn es um Ihren Vater geht, da bin ich nicht der Richtige.
Hast du in deinem Leben noch irgendwas vor, außer anderen Leuten ein Furzkissen unterzuschieben?
Ich hab gar kein Fußkissen.
The trailer isn't doing the movie justice in any way. Toni Erdmann is the third film of the German director Maren, and I didn't see her first one, but I saw her 2009 movie Alle anderen, Everyone Else, and thought it was great, because it had a deeply honest perspective on a relationship. In a new movie, Toni Erdmann, she depicts another relationship, this time not one of girl and boyfriend, but that of a father and his daughter. When do you know you have a great movie in front of you? What does it take to make a great movie? Sometimes it's an easy question to answer, sometimes it's hard. With Toni Erdmann, it was very easy for me, even though the movie is highly different from other films and a little bit hard to describe. The first and most important thing, it moves you. It makes you feel something. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it resonates with you in some way and makes you think about your own life. And second, it does that in a deeply unique way. It shows you something you don't see every day. It's not your normal movie, it's different. It's an almost 3-hour-long story about two people. It's a drama, but then it's also a comedy. It makes many unexpected turns and it's really, really European. So you can expect some very heavy nudity, but nudity that's so refreshing and liberating and that really has something to add. The movie starts by introducing the character of Winfried Conradi, who later takes the persona of Toni Erdmann. He lives in a small town somewhere in Germany, and right from the first moment we learn that he is someone with a strange sense of humor. He always keeps a pair of ugly false teeth in his pocket, visits his old mother with a corpse paint on his face, or shows up with a cheap-looking black wig on his head. First, you might not be able to tell if he's just crazy, but the way the movie is told, it gets clear pretty quickly that Winfried, played by Pütter Simonischek, is no clown. Toni Erdmann might have many funny moments, even some to laugh out loudly, but it doesn't hide its dramatic core. It's actually very realistic in tone and only later drifts into some surreal moments, but even those could actually happen the way they do. So after his only music student quits and his old beloved dog dies, Winfried decides to surprise his adult daughter with a visit. Ines is a serious career woman working on some super important project as a corporate strategist in Bucharest. To describe this movie is no easy task. It basically follows Winfried and his daughter over the course of just a few days. But to say that Winfried is a practitioner joker who disturbs Ines' 24/7 work routine wouldn't do it justice. At its core, Toni Erdmann is a movie about growing up, about life, about time, about the things that matter and the life choices we have to make. Sometimes it's addressed very drastically, sometimes it only comes to you later. In an early scene, Winfried asks his daughter if she is happy with the life she's leading, and in a very protective way she follows with a question about what makes a life worth living. It's a question only answered in the very end, or rather a question that you have to answer yourself. Well, the movie makes it a little bit easy for you as it picks a side, but that doesn't make it less compelling. The way it depicts the lifestyle or work style in our modern society is on the brink of a satire, but it's actually pretty accurate, I think. Ines has to be always available. Her walk absolutely determines who she is. She has a coach for the way she speaks, not just with words, but with her body as well. Everything is goal-oriented, everything must be optimized, everybody has a role to play, everybody has to apply to certain social rules to keep climbing that career ladder. Her father plays a role himself, the role of Toni Erdmann, but his purpose is not so clear, and maybe that's the point, to bring a little chaos, to encounter life with humor, to make the moment count. It's a truly wonderful movie and I can't recommend it enough. It's deeply human filmmaking. On paper, Ines could come across as a character that's hard to like, hard to emphasize with, but she stands for many things we have to deal with in our modern society, and by depicting her character, her work, And most important, her relationship to her father. It's also a great reminder of how important it is to be careful of one's own life choices. You have to decide what kind of person you want to become. You only live once. Embrace it, enjoy it. It's a movie that will touch you, that will make you laugh and maybe cry, and afterwards you will want to call your parents or siblings or friends or whoever is important to you. Oh, and by the way, I haven't even said it so far, Pütter, Simonischek and Sandra Hüller are absolutely fantastic. Toni Erdmann was the best reviewed and most popular film of the Cannes Film Festival, and most critics say it's a shame it didn't win the Palme d'Or. I wasn't in Cannes, I haven't seen the other films, but I did see Toni Erdmann and it's wonderful. Alright, that's it. Like always, please tell me in the comments below what you think about Toni Erdmann. Did you see the movie? What do you think about it? And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.